What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Trailer Park Live here on the 2nd Street Marvel, where we're coming at you live every single Friday night at 8 p.m. So make sure you're subscribed, click the little bell so you get notifications anytime we have uploaded new content. And if you could, please do me a favor and like this video. It does help the channel grow, it does help me get noticed and things like that. And you know what? Honestly, if you dislike it, feel free to give it a dislike too. It doesn't matter. It all helps the algorithm. It kind of lets YouTube and if you like it or dislike it, kind of lets everybody else know that I'm here. Okay, and been here for a while, been doing these live streams here for you all for, I don't know, it's been since about January, and it is fun every single Friday night. Now, typically, I go over my comic book pull list, some of the comics that I got this week, and then we go in and talk about just some of the other movie news, music news, and things like that have happened throughout the week. And this week is going to be no different. And then after that, we go in and go over some of the live chats and things like that. Just kind of interact with you all here who are all tuned in. And it is very fun. Now, if you didn't catch the show last week, you should probably go back and check out that show. It was a very special week. But if you ever want to watch a fat old man weep, hey, go check it out. Like I said, it was a special anniversary last week. So you should go check that out. And speaking of which, I am going to be doing a giveaway in this video. I'm going to let you know how to get entered into that. I got something here that I'm going to show you all in just a little while. So make sure you stick around for that. And it's only going to be just a few minutes. I'm not going to make you wait till the end of the Trailer Park Live here, and here in about an hour to figure out how to get entered into that. Okay, now the first thing I want to talk about from my comic book pull list was Captain Marvel, issue number 5. Okay, now this is Captain Marvel, the re-entry conclusion. I have been keeping up with this series, and I'm sure I've probably let you all know before how I feel about this book. I've said before it is a little woman-centric. I mean, in it, it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's not aimed at me necessarily anyway, but I don't know. It is a little over the top with some of the, I don't know, just like some of the guy bashing and stuff in there. It just seems like, I don't know, it kind of makes me chuckle, but like, I'm not like offended or anything like that. It just makes me chuckle like, like, really? Like, all right, whatever. I mean, but the story's actually been pretty good. Like, everything's been going on. I mean, they've kind of kept me hooked into the story. So I have quite enjoyed it. And I can't say that it's been bad at all. Just like I said, it's a little woman-centric, a little bit thick on the man-bashing in the first few issues. I think it was issue number 5 I told you guys, or issue number 4 I told you guys about the last time. There was some things that happened and it was kind of like, I don't know what that's all about. I don't know. It seemed a little not even something forced, but kind of like something a little bit out there. But I'm gonna see how this issue goes. This may be the last issue I actually pull of the Captain Marvel series. After that, I will probably go into trades on it. I'm just gonna have to. I haven't got all the way through this book. Got a little ways through it. It's been a long week. A lot of things been going on, and so I will let you all know how that goes probably next week, or when the next issue comes out, if I get it. So that's all I have for that Captain Marvel issue. Now the other one I picked up was Symbiote Spider-Man number 2. Now this one I did also pick up the variant covers on, but I didn't get a chance to read this either. But again, these issues are basically picking up where Secret Wars left off, and that Secret Wars back in the 80s, guy, was that like 84, 85? It's been a while ago. So I think it was the 80s, somewhere right around there. But and they talk about that at the very beginning of the issue in the first issue. But the first issue was very good. I talked about it on my show before, and this second issue I don't expect any less out of. And like I said, I can't wait to get into this one. It is the classic, symbiote Spider-Man. It's as soon as they got back, when they got back from outer space, and Peter Parker came back with the symbiote suit. And it has been very, like I said, the first issue was very good. They show the New York skyline and everything from back in the 80s. I mean, you got to think of something that's missing now that would be there then. Okay. So it was pretty cool to see that on the panels and the pages. Now there is another issue getting ready to come out next month. I believe that's next month, May, June. Yeah, it's coming out in June, and this relates to just Spider-Man in the means that it is black. It's Black Cat. She is starting her own. Is getting her own series starting next month, and I'm not sure when. I'll let you guys know maybe next week when that will be, or maybe even on my Monday show, the Trailer Park News, where I typically go over the comics that are getting ready to be released for the weekend. Just silly little news things that I kind of slap together. Just all in good fun. Just having fun with like little news kind of like update things. And I do have some other videos that I was actually planning on getting ready to do here pretty soon. Everybody out there does these ridiculous reaction videos, and some people actually do good reaction videos, and some of them get a little over the top. I don't do them here. You guys have seen some of the stuff I do, some of the things I talk about, just kind of having fun and all these things, and so I'm going to do probably some reaction videos, maybe in my own unique way, my own Second Street Marvel way. We're gonna do that. It's going to be good, let me tell you. I'm also thinking about doing maybe some other things that I don't know. I think they're just something to stretch a little bit of creativity. And speaking of creativity, I am getting ready to see, if you didn't see, I dropped a trailer just this morning for a Black Widow, the Black Widow comic. I'm getting ready to do a review of that. They are on issue number 4 right now. And the 5th issue is getting ready to come out later this month, and it's a series I have really liked. That video will be coming out either tomorrow or possibly on Sunday, and I can't wait for you all to see it. I can't wait to tell you guys about the Black Widow. I've talked about it here on the show numerous times, and that's what that trailer was just clips of other times I have talked about it. I actually had plenty of other clips to go through, but I was like, I don't know. I didn't know how much. I kind of had fun making that, and that's why I want to make some more videos and, like I said, reaction videos and things like that to maybe stretch my creativity a little bit while still doing, I don't know, I guess a video like that relating to what I'm talking about here, like movies, music, and things like that. And I will be getting into some more music things. I just, with doing some of my music reviews and talking about some of those, I actually want to get a couple of my friends in on those with me, because they are probably, I wouldn't say necessarily more knowledgeable, but being here on YouTube and trying to talk about music, it's talking about it without being able to play music for you. So it gets hard to do. And that's why I've kind of come to, I've got a video that I've actually had sitting around for a while. I'm just like, man, I don't know if I want to release this. It doesn't feel good to me. It just it doesn't feel good enough, because I feel like it needs the music in there. But speaking of which, coming back to the Black Widow review I'm getting ready to do, I was actually watching this channel here the other day on YouTube, and this is a small channel. It's a guy called Comic Talk. Now, I've been subscribed to him for quite a while. He's got a small channel, and I'm by no means a big channel, okay? His channel is smaller than mine. But I've been following him for a while. I honestly can't even remember how I came across his channel. But he does, like, comic book reviews, and he does like some slideshows showing you, and he puts his own little narrative over it. He uses sound effects and stuff, and it was actually really cool. I've watched plenty of his videos, and I like them, and I never really commented or anything. And so I watched this video that he did just the other day, because I actually did the exact same review not too long ago. Now, again, and you can check him out on, I'll make sure later I'll leave a link to his channel here in the description. And the review was for the Black Order. It's a mini series. I just did that review last week, 2 weeks ago, of the Black Order, and that was a 5-issue run. And I watched this guy's video on Comic Talk. I went and his just released like yesterday, 2 days ago, and I watched his, and I was like, the way he described it, his little story, his little script that he wrote for it, and talking about everything, he uses sound effects. I was like, oh my god, like, dude, like, for once, like, because I watched one of his videos and I knew what he was talking about, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, okay, this dude makes me like, I have to do better on my next comic book review, because this guy did a great job. Like, I watched his video and it made me want to go read this series all over again. And I just read it and did a comic book review on it. Okay, like and I even left a comment on there, and I told him, I'm like, hey, dude, like, this was freaking great. I did the same review on here, and your video got me wanting to go rewatch it. And he was like, oh, hey, thanks. Sometimes we get into watching these videos that we're doing, and we don't know how. It's like, is it good enough? We always question, like, it's not good. It's crap. I'm gonna post it anyway. And then he come back later and he commented. He's like, oh my god, dude, I just went and watched your video. He's like, no. He's like, dude, yours is awesome. And so I told him, I'm like, dude, don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate yourself or your videos. I've been watching them for a while and I like them, but you finally like touched on one that I actually knew what you were talking about, and I got to tell you, like, it was really good. I really liked what he did in his little narrative, his story that he did for us. I'm like, okay, that makes me have to go out. I know I've got to do better. So while I already had a script kind of written for the book, but I knew I had to kind of situate it a little bit different for this Black Widow one getting ready to come up, especially after seeing this guy's video. So while I was doing that, I started pulling from other videos that I had done in the past. I'm like, man, when did this series start? So I went back, found out when Black Widow started, and then I picked up all my videos from back on YouTube and played them back, and I had a lot of them on my computer still, so I could go back and get clips to make that little trailer that I showed you all. I'm pretty excited about this video getting ready to come out. And like I said, I have this guy, Comic Talk. Go check out his channel. And leave a comment. Let him know what you think, if you like his video or whatnot. But I liked this video, and he made me want to push my creativity a little bit more. And so I have him to thank for that. You guys have him to thank for that as well. Now, getting on to other videos, speaking of which, there's been some other videos I've been wanting to do for a while. I've just been so busy with life. If you guys see my Trailer Park Lives here, I've talked a lot about, this is where I usually go over my personal life and things like that, and I talked a lot about this. But, things have been really busy in my personal life. After, like, when Avengers Endgame came out, I went and seen it 4 times that weekend, because I absolutely knew I wouldn't have time any time in the near future to go see it again, and there was going to be other things coming out that I wanted to go see. Like, I still haven't made it to see The Long Shot. I want to go see The Intruder. There was something else. John Wick's getting ready to come out. Pokemon. I want to take my kids to see Pokemon. I'm not into Pokemon. I don't know that they're really into Pokemon, but it looks like it's a kids movie, right? I'm gonna take my kids to go see it. So I want to go see that as well. So it's probably gonna be a while before I get to go see Endgame again. But also, I'm kind of glad that's over, so I can get onto other things anyway. So I can get in and be a little more creative doing some of these comic book reviews and doing some of the other videos that I have planned for you all. Because there is something, like, recently, like, I'm not a Game of Thrones fan, so I don't watch Game of Thrones. I'm kind of getting off a bit here before I really get into anything else. But I'm not a Game of Thrones fan, but, the recent thing with the Starbucks cup and all that stuff, it gave me an idea of some other videos that I wanted to do. So stay tuned for some other things coming out. I might actually see if I can team up with my buddies from Them Damn Skits. They're here on YouTube. I might actually see if I can team up with them to come up with a couple of videos to do. Okay, so now before I move on to anything else, before we get into some of the news and stuff from the week, since I'm done with the comic stuff, I did just want to show you guys something. I know I talked about this comic book just the other week, and I wanted to show you this. Dude, I'm telling you, if you could all do me a favor, I've talked about them here on the show before, but if you could all do me a favor, get on Instagram or Facebook and go find Bases, Cards, and Comics. They are here in Lancaster, California. It's my local comic book shop. Go to their Instagram account, give them a like, follow them, and go to their Facebook page, give them a like, just follow them. They post like comic books coming up from for the week and just some other cool stuff, and they're just such an awesome comic shop, and I gotta give them shouts out every single time. In case you guys didn't know, I haven't seen you guys since done a live video since last week when it was Free Comic Book Day. I did a live stream video from their comic book shop. The owner of my comic book shop, Rob, he let me come in, he let me set up one of my tables and do and sell some of my, like the business that I do, the small business I run, let me sell some of my products there in his store. He let me bring my computer there into his store, use his internet and all that stuff, and live stream there from his comic shop. And it was an absolute blast. After I left there, because I was kind of busy there throughout the day, after I left there, I got home. Like I had one of my friends on there, Daniel. He's the guy who runs the social media over there for Bases, Cards, and Comics. He came on. He talked. He brought his little son on. Man, his little son's so cute. I wish he could have another baby. Anyway, then I had another couple guests on, and we were talking. Dude, it was an absolute great time. So if you could, please go show Bases, Cards, and Comics some love for me. It would be awesome. And I'm telling you, they're just the awesomest. They really are. And I'm going to show you why. Here's one of the reasons why they're awesome. Is Rob he over there, he got this poster, and he hooked me up with this poster right here. Right there. And I'm not sure if you guys seen my comic book pull list the other week, but the Savage Avengers, it was awesome. That first issue was great. And, dude, he hooked me up with this poster, dude. Tell me that isn't... That's legit, dude. That is sick. Okay, that's going to be going on my wall. That's going to be going on my wall here, okay? You'll be seeing that going up very soon. That's just awesome. I can't wait. And by the way, I did add Savage Avengers to my comic book pull list. I guess, luckily, Captain Marvel's getting ready to come off of it, right? Make some room. And so they gave me that, and I was like, dude, that's just sick. But you know what else I've got here? I have got this other one here that they hooked me up with, and I want to hook you guys up with it, okay? This is for you all. Okay, now, this is the new Agents of Atlas. It's part of the War of the Realms story arc going on right now. And in case you all don't know, I am going to do a giveaway of the collected trade of War of the Realms when that comes out. I believe the trade of it comes out in like August. So I will be doing a giveaway on that, and I'll give you more details on that. But to get entered into the giveaway for this poster, for the new Agents of Atlas War of the Realms poster, okay, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make sure you're subscribed and have your little bell clicked on, turn the notifications on so you get notified when I upload my comic book review of the Black Widow. The Black Widow series is getting ready to come out probably by the end of this weekend. You're going to have to go find that video and leave a comment. Just leave any comments in that video, okay? And I'm going to run the giveaway for this probably just till the end of the month, so it gives people plenty of time to go in there and watch that video and get it entered into the giveaway for that new Agents of Atlas poster that was come courtesy of Bases, Cards, and Comics in Lancaster, California. Like I said, go show them some love on Instagram, on Facebook. Tell them I sent you. I would really appreciate it. And regardless, it doesn't matter whether you do that or not, you can still get entered into the giveaway for this poster by waiting for that Black Widow review to come out and leaving a comment in the comment section and being subscribed to this channel. That's all you got to do. Very simple. So that, I'm telling you, that Savage Avengers poster is sick. I seen it, I was like, oh, dude, I was so happy. I almost went through the roof. Okay, anyway, please go show them some love. And that's all I have got for comic books and things like that. Like I said, I will be doing a giveaway for War of the Realms when that comes out in August, the collected trade of it. And to get entered into that, all you have to do is go to any of my comic book pull lists from now until that comes out to get entered into the giveaway for that. I will also be doing a giveaway as soon as we hit 200 subscribers here on the channel. I will be doing a giveaway for a copy of Warner Brothers Aquaman. To get entered into that, all you gotta do is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment in this or any of the other videos since I've hit 100 subscribers all the way until we hit 200 to get entered into a giveaway for a copy of Warner Brothers Aquaman. Now, getting into movie news and things like that, honestly, there's been so much movie stuff going on lately. It's really hard to get into. Like, we just got the new SpiderMan Far From Home trailer, and I gotta say that the trailer was absolutely mind-blowing. There's so much to cover in that trailer. I'm just like, man, there's not at the same time. People are already theorizing that MJ is Nick Fury's daughter. And I mean, just because she says, that she knows that he's Spider-Man, like, I don't know. To me, that just seems a little bit silly. Now, how does that make her Nick Fury's daughter? Because, I don't know. It just seems silly to me that people are just saying that it's his daughter. And plus, like, how does she know he's Spider-Man? Like, she probably faked him out. She probably like, oh, you're Spider-Man. And he probably like, oh, yeah, I am. Like, how'd you know? Like, it's ridiculous to me. I don't know. But I could be wrong, too. Maybe it is Nick Fury's daughter, and maybe she does know that he's Spider-Man. And also, what's in the trailer where, you're a hard person to get a hold of, Spider-Man. I don't know. It just seemed funny. Just some of those cutscenes. They're always trying to be deceptive in these trailers and everything. So it's so hard to say. We're talking about the multiverse and things like that. I really don't. Man, there's just so much to theorize about. And, people like question, like, maybe Mysterio is a good guy. Maybe he's a bad guy. Like, all this. Like, okay, no. Mysterio's a bad guy, okay? He's a bad guy. He's pulling a fast one. Now, people are talking about possibly Chameleon being in here. That's a possibility. I honestly don't know. I mean, does anybody? We don't know. Can't wait to see it. The trailer was fire. It looked absolutely great. The other thing is Star Wars. A lot of Star Wars news this week. We got some news. There's going to be, after this next movie, there's going to be a break for a little while. Then we're going to be getting like kind of a bit more of content from Star Wars, and coincidentally, apparently, there's going to be no Ruin Johnson. I don't know. However you say his name. Apparently, he's not going to have any movies coming out now. So, seems a little odd. Now, I can't say that I'm disappointed about that. Again, the Last Jedi. I like the movie, but it's not. I'm not saying it's a good movie. Okay. But there are things about the movie that I like, and there are plenty of things about it I don't like. And it's just, there's some things in it that just aren't Star Wars, and there are some things in it that, while they are, they're just like not quite Star Wars at the same time. It's really hard to say, but the film itself is quite divisive amongst fans. There are very few people who feel the same way I do about the movie, like where they like the movie. They're not saying it's a good movie, but they like the movie. Very few people that I have seen that are like that. But like I said, I did like The Last Jedi. But it doesn't really seem odd that they're going to be taking a break. I mean, they got The Mandalorian getting ready to come out soon on Disney Plus. They're going to have some other I'm sure they're going to have more, like things there on Disney Plus relating to Star Wars. And then also, maybe it is fine for them to take a break, especially with Star Wars, because they're not a property that has ever been successful by oversaturation like Marvel has been. And I was thinking about this today. Marvel has more to pull from. Okay, now, at the same time, they have a lot of fans that they can easily disappoint at the same time. So, and it's not like the Marvel fans are any more forgiving, but one of the things is how many people that are big fans of the MCU are big fans of what happens in the comic books. So, I think it's the actual percentage is probably relatively pretty small. So, I mean, And they've also got loads and loads of stories. Where Star Wars, they've got a lore, they've got things, they've got books, they've got series, they've got things that have gone on for a long time that people really have gotten held on to. Where like Marvel Comics, Captain America, he's got a lot of storylines, but he's still basically always Captain America. Where Star Wars, they have these things that people are already invested in. They want to see him so bad, and and I get it. I get that's why people will get disappointed when they don't get or see certain things or certain things happen. I get it. So, I think it's a good thing that Star Wars is going to take time off and back off just a little bit. Because, like I said, they didn't build their empire. Yeah, I said it. They didn't build their empire by oversaturation. Marvel can do it because they've got enough things they can interchange out and, switch out. And they got so much going on. I mean, it's... They can sidestep. They got through just all the things that they can do. They've got so much more that to work with, I guess, without being lynched for it necessarily. Because I don't know, the fandoms seem very, very different, especially like the Marvel crowd. It's so weird. And again, I don't think it's a bad thing that they're going to be slowing down for the Star Wars stuff. I am actually glad for that because I want to see good quality Star Wars stuff. I'm a fan of Star Wars. I'm not like a super huge geek about this stuff, but when I watch it, I want to see good movies. I want to see good content. The Last Jedi, while it wasn't a complete terrible movie, it was a good movie it was a movie that I enjoyed. I won't say good. It was a movie I enjoyed. Overall, it could have been a lot better. So I hope they I hope the end result is good in the end for the Star Wars franchise going forward. Now, I think that's all I've really got as far as those kinds of things. I do got some other videos I'm going to be working on. Like I said, I've just been really busy in my personal life. Lots of things have been going on, but things are finally starting to get back to somewhat to normal. So I have some other videos I want to be doing on Avengers Endgame, while I want to do plenty of other content. But there are things I want to talk about that happen in the movie, very specific things I want to talk about in the movie, and maybe between now and the time I get all those worked out, I will have some other, maybe I'll have given it another viewing. But so look forward to a little bit more of that. I don't want to oversaturate with all the Avengers stuff. Like I said, I've got plenty of other things I want to do. So moving on, let's go ahead and get into the live chats. I see there is plenty of people here. And again, thank you all so much for showing up onto the Trailer Park Live, showing up here. It really does help out the channel. And thank you all for coming in and commenting. And let's see who all we have here. The Lonely Banter. Dude, LB, what's up, man? How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Lonely Banter says, what's up, LB? And if you guys haven't seen LB's channel, he is great. He's got a good channel, does commentary. I don't really watch the sports videos, so, if you're into sports, lately he's doing a lot of basketball, it's that time of year, so you should go check out some of that, but he does other videos on, like movies and things like that as well, and I really do like his videos. Go check them out. He says, yeah, reaction videos for the most part are dumb. They are. I mean, they're not all dumb, but I mean, I see some people do some and they're not being like over animated. They're just kind of, just kind of reacting to it, and that's cool. But like some of them I see, I'm like, oh God, dude, like really? Come on. Like, okay. But I want to start doing some that are, I don't know that they would necessarily be reaction videos, but they'd be something like that, I guess. Maybe faux reactions. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But I think the way I want to do them, they'll be entertaining. And Fatal J, what's up, man? If you want to know what I'm talking about, Fatal J actually just did one the other day that he made me laugh because that's exactly kind of what I'm talking about. He did a trailer reaction for, I think it was the SpiderMan Far From Home. And that's kind of like what I'm talking about, because he even says in there, like, man, I don't do these trailer reactions there. I'm like, dude, I'm the same way. I feel the same way. But he did one, and it was great. And I've got one I want to do my own special way. I've got some I want to do. But obviously, since it's going to take time to do them, I'll have to see a movie or something that's getting ready to come up so I can produce the video for that trailer when it comes out. so it can come out at the same time. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research here to get creative for you all. And Fatal J, thank you for being here. Thank you so much again. And if you guys don't know Fatal J, you should go check out his channel. I was just talking about that reaction video he did. Funny stuff. I like, I don't know, just the way he presents himself. Just always looking for different things. Small content creators. I mean, a lot. We see a lot of the big channels. Don't get me wrong. I love some of the big channels out there, but it's great seeing some of the smaller content creators. And I know if you're here, you all know this as well. Seeing some of the smaller content creators, see what they have to offer, see their creativity, and see how we can help motivate each other and help elevate each other. Because I'm telling you, just like I was talking about Comic Talk earlier, there are some things I have learned and some things that I've seen in other content creators who aren't even doing necessarily the same stuff that I'm doing, that make me want to stretch my creativity all that much more. So, like I said, I've got more of that stuff coming up. And, yes, Fatal J, welcome. Only Banter, what up, brother? Great to see you in here. Yeah, man, I'm okay. Alright, oh, so do you guys know each other? His content ever since then. And alright, I'm guessing you guys know each other, and both of you, thank you all for being here. And yes, you guys have great channels, I'm telling you. And I can't wait to see you all grow. As a matter of fact, Lonely Banter actually asked for some advice on his channel, just asking for some input on YouTube, and I answered because I gave him an answer because obviously we all need input, and that's why we ask for it. And I do like what LB over there has to say when he does some of his social commentary videos. It doesn't really, I don't really care how if one leans left, one leans right, if you're whatever, I mean, whatever your politics are, however you feel about anything. I'm a person who I don't really care how you feel about it. You're entitled to your own opinions. And what I like, no matter what side of, whatever religion, whatever politics you are, what I like is when you are smart and can articulate it and be intelligent and have an intelligent conversation about it. And unfortunately, it's just getting so rare these days. I think that's why it's so refreshing to see people who wow, this is somebody who, even given their opinions, they know how to express it correctly, and they know how to not be just reactionary to it. Because that's one thing. That's one thing wrong with everything going on in our society these days, is everyone's just so reactionary to everything. And LB is one of those dudes you can tell, no matter how he feels about something, he's not a knee-jerk. He's not reactionary. He's not like a knee-jerk reactionist, and I like that. I like that. Kind of reminds me of Chillmonger. I'm not sure if you guys have seen Chillmonger. He has a pretty cool channel too. Super laid back dude. Okay, so moving on here. Okay. Only Bench says, yeah, MJ being Mary Jane daughter is a, hey, let's put black people together. I know, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I guess just because MJ is black and Nick Fury is black, there's supposed to oh, that's his daughter, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I mean, it's not like Liz had a white dad. But yeah, I mean, it's just so funny. How that all of a sudden comes out, all of a sudden this MJ is supposed to be Nick Fury's daughter just because Peter Parker can't keep a secret. And speaking of Peter Parker keeping a secret, there's something I've been talking about for quite a while. I was talking about this, and I think it kind of all started around, I did this video back in January, and it's funny, these kids came on and started talking trash on this video after Avengers Endgame came out. But it was about Maria Hill. And Kobe Smulders was on the Jimmy Fallon show, and she said some things on there. I'm just kind of like, man, I don't know. I started to think, and I've talked about this before, that going up to Avengers Endgame, and probably going with a lot of these movies moving forward, the way they market them, they're kind of being secretive with everything, in production and everything like that. And I started speculating that maybe these stars are actually given like spoilers or little leaks, just little things to say when they're going and doing these interviews to, I don't know, maybe get people talking and thinking and speculating about things. And because Kobe Smulders, she was a little playful and just the way she, and then we all know like Tom Holland was like the king of spoilers, Mark Ruffalo was the king of spoilers, and I was saying a while back, like I think these people were given things to say or they're spoiling these things on purpose. And then after the Russos say it's okay for us to start talking spoilers because the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer was being released, and then the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer gets released with a little clip on the beginning of Tom Holland, the spoiler king, saying, like, oh, if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, don't watch this. It's spoilers because, if you haven't watched it yet, I might just tell them to you right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like they played on it and they're continuously playing on it. And so, I was onto that a while ago. I think they started planning things for people to say or how to act or just certain things like that. I think some of it was all kind of played out. So, like, planned out, I guess. Planned out. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it is funny how just all the things are how the things are funny put together like that. Also, Nick Fury is too old. Yeah, to be having a daughter that young, maybe. I don't read comics, but I like watching a video of people that talk about them. Hey, and that's fair enough, because that actually reminds me. There's something I was talking about the other day was. I realized there are some videos, there's some content creators I just kind of stopped watching their videos, so I unsubscribed to them and everything, because I realized, I've not necessarily, I don't know, I've laughed at them plenty here on this channel, and the thing that I just kind of realized, and I was just kind of like, is I realized what they're making these videos that are basically just like content for people who are just like casual viewers, and that's all good. Like if you don't read comics and you want to hear somebody talk about comics, hey, yeah, that's cool because you get to hear somebody talk about the comics. And I realized like these other dudes, they're basically going over and taking Reddit theories and just basically reading them out over some cute little slideshows, and and then adding in a little bit of stuff that they may have seen in a movie, stuff for casual fans. And I was like, well, I mean. So essentially, you're making content for somebody who don't want to go to Reddit and read the theories. And that's cool. Hell, that's fine with me because you know what? So I subscribe to channels who do that too. They talk a lot about those theories that they find on Reddit and everything. And it's like, I subscribe to these couple of channels, these particular just few channels now because, the others are just a little too out there, or ridiculous, I guess. Not as good. And so I realized like, okay, I've got these couple of channels already that I actually really do enjoy that cover any of those Reddit leaks already. So I don't need to subscribe to these guys any longer. Although they did give me plenty to laugh at. So maybe I'll be going through and still searching at some of those things so I can laugh at them. Because like, man, I don't know. Some of these channels are absolutely ridiculous. Some of them I got rid of a long time ago. Like I'm sure you guys have seen videos by like, God, what is that, Looper? Have you seen some of those videos? Like where it sounds like it's just like narrated by a robot. It's like a robot voice or something. Like in the movie Avengers Endgame. I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. Some of these channels are just a little out there. But there was some of them I was still subscribed to, and and they're not terrible channels. Like I said, they're just content, not content that I really watch. And like I said, there's other good channels that I really do like and support here that, and I do literally mean like support them. Like when I see their videos and I can send them super chats and stuff when they're doing live feeds, I do it. I'm on the John Campea show a lot, sending in super chats. I go into like the Den of Nerds, I send them super chats. When I watch War Stew, I send them super chats. And it's not a lot. Like the $1.99 super chats. It's just something. Leave a little message like, hey, keep up the good work, or just whatever with $2. Hey, that's cool. For me, that's cool. And then and that's, to me, that's kind of one of the ways I look at promoting my channel too. Cause like going to the John Campea show and going on there, like one time I put on I think I put on a $5 super chat. It's like $4.99, and I put on like a really good question. I thought of a really good question on there, and I'm telling you, like the next day after that aired on the John Campea show, I think I probably got, I don't know, 3-4 subscribers out of it. So I don't know. I mean, it's just one way to another way to get people to notice you. So it's something I found was useful because he goes over those chats in there when you send them in, and I thought I had a pretty good one, and apparently a couple other people did too. And hopefully they subscribed, and hopefully they like my videos. And if they don't, hopefully they at least leave me a thumbs down too. Gah, gotta feed the algorithm somehow. But that's what I like to do. And there's another one that I actually really like, and that is Comic Book University. And he was actually recently talking the other day about I think he's setting up a Patreon and everything. And in case you've never been to Comic Book University, and this would be like for you too, LB. If you go to Comic Book University and check out his channel, he actually is getting ready to start up a Patreon. And he was talking in one of his videos about like he spends a lot of time doing these YouTube videos, and I'm telling you, he spends a lot of time doing like. He does a lot, and like he don't make as much money from them as his like, and I get it. Like, it's the time he puts into it, it's not equaling out like money wise, and I totally get that. And he basically wouldn't be able to keep doing the channel as much and doing as much without and I'm like, dude, I totally get that. So anytime I see him live streaming, I send him a few bucks, and I send him some then. And as once he's on Patreon, got this thing all set up, I'm gonna do that too, because I do like supporting channels that I like. And I certainly know that if I have subscribers that are here doing the same thing, like I said, I'm growing a small community, and you people that are here on these live streams, you people that show up are the people that are my community. You're the ones that I'm growing with. And I know that you guys would send me a couple bucks the same as I would you. And one of these days, we'll probably all get there. And that, like I said, that's just something I like to do for those content creators, to show them my support in any way. And like I said, when it comes to like things like John Campea, it's almost like just spending like, here's $3 on like some advertising for my channel. You know what I mean? So that's that. When I'm on there, that's something different. So one of these days we'll all get there. And speaking of which, I'm not sure if you guys actually seen the intro that I had on this video today. The intro coming in here is a new intro that I'm gonna start using. But that intro was so badass. That was actually sent to me by Ryan over at Blurb TV. You should go check out his channel. That dude has an absolutely great channel. Okay, this dude, like, even if the content, the videos, what he was talking about was garbage, the editing is so good, I would have to watch. But he actually talks about some great and interesting things. He does like reviews on books, reviews on comics, theories. He's got some great content. He's got a guest, one of his guests that comes on there, Shug. He does the Shug Show. Excellent stuff. Check out Blurb TV. And I'm telling you, that intro was done by Ryan over at Blurb. I was badass, and I kind of butchered it a little bit on that trailer that you see me do. But it's pretty awesome, and I'm going to use that one as much as possible. And you know what? Again, that's another content creator that makes me want to push my creative skills, because seeing that thing and then knowing what I wanted to do with that trailer, which was caused by somebody else, made me want to chop it up and do something, I don't know, somewhat a little bit cool. But I know if I would have sent all my files and everything over there to Ryan at Blurb TV, that trailer would have got you pumped to see my Black Widow review coming up. Like the one I was like, it was okay. Ryan would have nailed it. Okay, Ryan would have nailed it. So go check out Blurb TV, and he is here. Ryan is here, Blurb TV. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome to the show. Nice seeing you here, buddy. Okay, now let's see. Where was I here? Okay. Only banter. Same here, brother. I stopped collecting years ago. No titles have interested me to pick it back up, so I watch you guys on YouTube review new comics. Oh, well, cool. And the other cool thing is, what you could do is you could just get like on Marvel Unlimited or like DC. They have their app as well, and it's like a subscription service. You can pay like $10 a month, and you can get on there and read pretty much all their comics that they have uploaded on there for like $10 a month. Or you can do like this. There's a subscription thing. I think if you sign up, it's like $100, and they send you out like a cool little box with some goodies, and then you get the full thing for 12 months, and you get discounts on new comics when you buy them. So, like the digital comics when you buy the digital comics online. So that's something pretty cool. You might want to check out if if you're not reading anything new, you could always do that. So, just an option out there. Fatal J says, at Lonely Banter, ironic, me and you will be streaming Sunday. Oh, you guys are doing a stream on Sunday? Hey, man. I think I've got my notifications turned on for both of you guys. I'm gonna keep an eye out on that. Okay. Fatal J, I get asked a lot to live stream now. You know what? And I get why. Lonely Banter LB, I get why you would be asked to do a lot of live streams. The first video of yours I ever watched, I instantly subscribed right there. I liked your channel the second I said. I was like, I know I'm gonna like whatever this dude has to say. I could just tell. Fatal J says, "You growing, bro?" I just did one tonight. Oh, awesome. I just smashed the like button. Awesome. Man, sexy Marvel about to make make a man blush. hey, man. It's, you know what, and I only say these things because that's how I truly feel. I have no reason. I've told several other people, like even Ryan's told me this numerous times. I love the dude's work, just like your channel, LB. I can tell you're a super legit dude. And what I say, like I said, it's not to yank your chain. I have no reason, absolutely no reason to kiss your butt or church you up or anything like that. When I say it, I mean, I truly mean it. I can tell you're a super legit dude. I do like your channel, and I do want to see more, like I said, more of those kind of commentaries out of you, man. I think you could probably make it pretty big doing some of the things out there like that. There are some channels, and maybe I'll message you them. There are some channels, I don't follow them. I've followed them for a little while, check out some of their stuff, and I realized I just unsubscribed. I'm like, yeah, I know they're not for me. And now finally they don't come across my the subscription feed or the news feed or whatever when I get on YouTube. They're finally not showing up on there, but if some of these people can get on there doing some of their social commentary on stuff, dude, I know you can do it. Or maybe not, because you're not quite so controversial. I don't know. But I think you definitely go toe-to-toe with these people that I'm talking about. And maybe I'll message you about that. Nerdy Blurb, holla! Okay, dang. Fatal J says, dang. Nerdy Blurb TV, what up? This chat is lit. I know it is. It is lit in here, man. The gang, what up, fam? Nerdy Blurb TV, man. And again, Ryan, thank you for that intro, dude. It's super legit. My wife even seen it. She's like, wow, that's nice. And my wife said to say thank you for that intro too. She liked it as well. Second, I'm pretty sure that's what Mark Ruffalo did, because his leaks were far from the truth. Smells like Russo lies. Yeah, I think they were given stuff to just kind of, or they just said, man, say whatever. We'll just roll with it. The Russos claim that Mark was fired for that. Yeah, right. I don't know that they probably have much authority to fire much of anybody. At least not without Kevin Feige's say so. Anyway. Okay. How often do the comic book movies theories come true? I would say it kind of varies, because a lot of the trailers, there are just so many things that are really easy to pick out, and those are the ones that I think everybody kind of gets right. And, to me it's the little ones, but like if you've seen any of my theory videos, and if I could explain to you what I think of and what I see when I watch a movie, I mean, I pick out some of the smallest things, and I'm like, dude, whoa. My mind fries on this stuff. Like, if you watch, I think it's probably one of my first videos I did, it was based on the Avengers, I think it was based on the first Avengers Endgame teaser trailer. And I went on for like 20 minutes, but like half the video was spent talking about the Avengers Compound, how it looked in that trailer, how it looked in all the other past ones. Like I dug through every single one of the movies to find pictures of Avengers Compound to pick out, because I couldn't sleep at night because I was just going nuts. But one of my theories was like alternate universes, multiverse, because the Avengers Compound was all set up different in these trailers, and it was in this movie completely laid out different. And for the most part in the movies, it was all kind of laid out the same way, with some of the actual landscape just being a little bit different. But in Avengers Endgame, like there's a whole building that's like turned completely like 90 degrees the other way from what it is in any other shot we've ever seen in any other Avengers movie. It's pretty ridiculous. And those are the kinds of things I see. And that theory, no, that didn't come true, at least as far as we know. But SpiderMan just talked about multiverse in their trailer, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not wrong. Maybe it is multiverse. But the theories, it's really hard to say. I mean, a lot of them do kind of come true, I think, though, because some of it's so easily speculated upon, and something could be so basic and come true, you know what I mean? But I mean, for the most part, I can tell you a lot of mine didn't. Okay. Hardly at all. Some of mine have, but that's because my brain be running over theories for days. Oh, I know. I think we were all going crazy. LB says Looper. Yeah, no. Yeah, Looper is one of those, and I'm throwing them under the bus because they're like one of like the worst ones, man. They're like terrible. Like I don't even know who writes their stuff. There was another one too, and like we all know that website, We Got This Covered, dude. Like I can't with We Got This Covered. Like that's just like, that whole website is clickbait. It's so bad when I get on it on my phone. Like you're sitting there just trying to scroll through it, and they get you to click on those ads because like it all of a sudden it like pops up and everything. I'm like, dude, like, come on, man. Like, what you just like? I see what you're trying to do. You getting that little ad revenue from making my finger accidentally click on your stupid little ad. I'm on to you. We Got This Covered. That, and I've actually thought about that, and I want to team up with some people. I've talked to a couple of other people about this in the past. I want to get some people together and maybe come up with something, and maybe get something a little bit more legit going on. But that's stuff coming up in the future. It's just thoughts right now running through my brain. But yes, Looper, they're the worst. They are the worst. I'm not a fan of. You're not a fan of Campia, and that's fair. That's fair. But at least he's been Looper and WatchMojo. See, I really like John Campia. I like his show. I like the way it's formatted, everything about it. I would like to do something similar to that one day. But what I like about his show, and I like Campia because like I don't always agree with him. I don't always agree with him when it comes to movies, what's good, what's not, what he likes, what he don't like, what I like, and things like that. But one thing I do trust is I do trust his opinion when it comes to certain things. Maybe not necessarily whether a movie is good or not, but I do completely trust his objective point of view on certain things when it comes to movies and films and things like that. And like I said, I don't always agree with him, but I do get just what he does. I do how he does his show. What he's a person I definitely trust what he says when he says certain things. I guess about movies and things like that. Like I said, I don't always agree with him, but he does it really well. I do like Campia. Okay, LB says, yeah, WatchMojo. I don't even know WatchMojo. I've never even heard of that one. But some of the ones I was talking about was like Marvelous Wave, Everything Always, Cosmic Wonder. Like I said, they're not terrible channels. They're not terrible by any means, but they're more like I said, they're more, and the clickbait is a bad thing to say because I mean, essentially, clickbait is the name of the game. That's what we got. You got to put clickbait out there for people to click on it. You got to get them to click on your video somehow, and that's with a cool thumbnail describing what you got going on in your video. And I wouldn't say what they're doing is misleading, but they make content for casual fans, and they're reciting a lot of Reddit theories. I've got a couple of channels that I already subscribe to that I think are probably some of the best at what they do, being like the Den of Nerds, War Stew. They talk a lot about those theories and things like that in their videos and cover those Reddit leaks, and I like the way they do it. And so those are the ones I watched. Like I said, I had some of those others on there, and I'm not saying they're terrible. It's just I realized like they're just more content for like those, and I got these people over here that I already like, and so I guess I'm gonna have to unsubscribe from some of the other ones. Like I said, it doesn't make those channels terrible, but I am gonna miss seeing them on there on my newsfeed when I scroll through them and get a laugh at some of their thumbnails and titles, video titles. Okay. Let's see. Wait, people can make money from making YouTube videos? Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course you can make money from making YouTube videos. You know that, man. Don't be playing. LB and Nuri, I swear I was one of the first 50 people subbed to Looper in the beginning. Those top 10 videos and theory vids, they hit 100,000 a month. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, seriously? I remember I just used to see a lot of their things like on Facebook and stuff like that. And then once I came to YouTube and started watching videos and things like that, I would watch some of them, and some of those channels like that are what made me want to start a channel. Because I'd watch some of the videos and I'm like, did you even watch? Did you even watch Captain America: Winter Soldier? Like, how are you making this video and you just said this? I mean, they clearly stated in the movie what this was happening and was going on. Like, did you not watch the movie? And that's when I quickly realized, I'm like, okay. And I watched some of the other videos, and I was like, okay, some of these like theories, like they're okay, And then I realized like I've got theories of my own, so I'm just gonna make a channel and present my own theories instead of just leaving them down in the comments section. I'm gonna present my own theories, so why not? And then, this became that, and here we are. And part of that came down to actually a meeting that I had with a guy here locally, and his name is Daniel. And he's the guy I just mentioned earlier from Bases, Cards, and Comics, who does their social media over there. And I just kind of met with him and, talked to him about YouTube because I didn't know anything about it. And he kind of knew a little bit, and he's like, I know a little. He's like, I don't know a lot, but, so, like, we had a meeting, and like, he kind of got me motivated. I'm like, okay. He kind of gave me a little bit of direction. I was like, okay. He gave me some decent advice. And so I was like, okay, now that I talked to him and, like, he seems kind of serious, like, he knows his stuff, I better get home. I better put my money where my mouth is. And so I got home that day and started making videos and started uploading them. And so, again, that's Daniel. He's the social media manager over there at Bases, Cards, and Comics. You should go over to Instagram and check them out. Like I said, they are the ones who are providing the poster that I'm doing for the giveaway. The giveaway for the poster. Bases, Cards, and Comics. Like I said, you don't got to go like them to get entered into that. To get entered into that, you got to watch that Black Widow video when it comes out by the end of the weekend and let me know and leave a comment in that video. But, so that's how I ended up here, was watching a lot of those clickbait videos, and, and I realized, I'm going to present my own theories, and then I kind of got inspiration from other channels and things. I was like, I need to do more. And I've certainly got a lot more content that I have planned that I want to do, but I've been so busy with stuff. Nerdy Blur says, bro, stop. Man, this is history in this chat. Remember this day. Everyone here, I feel like this will blow up in the future with their channels. No lie. I watch you guys' content all the time. And like I said, I am a recent subscriber to you, Fatal J, and I will be watching your videos. Like I said, I like seeing you on screen doing your thing too, man. Nerdy Blurb says, bro, we got some more Suge Show content coming. Hell yeah, can't wait to see more Suge. Banter says, ha ha, Nerdy Blurb, this man be talking me up, and I fear people gonna be having high expectation. We amateurs for sure, but thank you, man. Nah, dude, you're not an amateur, bro. You're not an amateur. Like I said, that video that you did, the fandom initiative, that got me more hyped to go see Avengers Endgame than any of their trailers did. Like, their trailers got me, I mean, they got me wanting to see the movie and told me what it was about. But, like, that video is what got me hyped to go see it. I had goosebumps watching that video. Phil J says, LOL. Yeah, man, LB, listen to the man, because he's right, bro. I dig the content. Yeah, truly, yeah. LB has a phenomenal channel. Yeah, the social commentary is dope. It really is. LB is great channel. Do you think Marvel blew their load after Endgame and losing Stark and Cap? You know, I don't think they did, and that's something I wanted to talk about in some future videos, because from what I got, what I seen in the movie, it actually set me up thinking like, okay, like Iron Man could easily come back. Cap's gonna be back. Like none, like this was all just a bad dream, or was it a good dream? And that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. And recently, actually, and speaking of which, because it brought me back to some comic books that I read that actually got me back into reading comics in the first place just over a year ago. And recently, Comic Man Jake, actually just this morning, Comic Man Jake, if you don't subscribe to Comic Man Jake, go check it out. Man, I'm doing a lot of shout outs today, dang it. It's all good because you know what? I love these dudes' channels. I love y'all's channels. If I'm talking about you, it's because I like your channels and I'm watching you, obviously. And I think you guys should too. And that's the other reason I want to share their content and let them know too. Now, Comic Man Jake did a video today talking about Avengers Assault on Pleasant Hill, and just like some other things that happened in the comics that related to things that happened in Avengers Endgame. And it's actually a video I've been wanting to do and some stuff I wanted to been talking about, and you got the jump on me, Comic Man Jake, but you know what? I enjoyed the video, man. It was great. It was good. And I will be doing a video similar to that one soon, because I've been wanting to talk about those story arcs anyway, because I really did like those in the comics. I wanted to do some comic book reviews on those, as well as how they relate to the movies that we've had so far. And Comic Man Jake did a pretty good rundown of those today, so you should go check that one out. That one did just release today, so maybe as soon as we're done here, which will be very soon, you should go and check that video out. Comic Man Jake here on YouTube. You could probably go find his thing in the description of a couple of my videos. I just did a live stream with him last Monday, maybe the Monday before, maybe about 2 weeks ago, right after Avengers Endgame came out. He came on and we did a little live stream. It was pretty fun, and I hope to do more of those in the future. And it just like I noticed even our thing was probably getting a little bit choppy, so I know it takes a strong computer and all that kinds of stuff. So we'll see what we can get worked out. But again, those comics he was talking about and how they relate to the movies, it's totally a video I wanted to make, and he did a good job. So go check out Comic Man Jake over there for some of that stuff. And let's see, Nerdy Blurb. Got a jet job, been real. Wish I could chat longer, but the race is gonna start soon. What races? What races? Am I missing some races? I don't know what races you're talking about. Will we ever see the film on that level? Will we ever see film on that level again from Marvel, or is it all downhill from there? You know what, Fatal J? That is actually a great question, and that's something I've actually talked about plenty as well. I think a film on that level again, yes. I think we will get a film on that level again. Will we get another film out of Marvel that is going to break these records, these box office records again? Probably not. Because Avengers Endgame, I mean, it's literally like a cultural event. It's like a cultural phenomenon, okay? It is. There's no denying that. There's absolutely no denying that. We're seeing that in the box office. We're seeing that in just instances like turning people who aren't even fans into people getting them to the theater to watch these movies. Like I said, I took my mom to see Avengers Infinity War. She's seen some of the movies before, probably here and there. But she walked out of Avengers Infinity War she was blown away. She was like she was even like walking out almost like she was dazed. Like she's like, I've got to go watch all those movies before I come to see the next movie. And so it really was a cultural phenomenon. So will we get another film on that level again? Yes. Yes, I absolutely believe we will get another movie on that level again. And it's probably going to be, it might be another 10 years before we get there, though. You got to think, we got this, it took, over 10 years to get this first movie, 11 years to get this. Okay. And, and that's why I was talking about, like, I was talking to the other week about in my live stream. I believe that was on Free Comic Book Day. Now, the thing about Avengers Endgame is this movie has no legs without everything that came before it. Not even without Infinity War. And you can't really watch Avengers Endgame without at least watching Avengers Infinity War. While it's not necessarily, they say it's not necessarily a sequel to Infinity War, it kind of is, but it also isn't at the same time. You could watch it as a standalone movie, but the payoff of watching all the movies is that much greater. And the payoff of watching Avengers Infinity War is that much greater, even if you haven't watched everything before it. Now, the thing, like I said, is Avengers Endgame has no legs, it has no story, it has no nothing without everything that came before it. So it is the actual culmination of all these movies. They were saying Infinity War was when that was coming out. No, like it's Endgame. Endgame was the culmination of all these movies. Now that's the thing. It's the culmination of everything that has been, everything that's coming up, and everything that will be. So, and not necessarily everything that will be, but what's coming up in the future. So will we get another one? Yes. Will it be 10 years in the future? Probably so. Because I'm thinking what they're going to do is, obviously, and, people are wondering, like, hey, where are they going to go now? What are they going to do? We got the streaming series coming. It seems like our heroes right now, the Earth heroes are kind of like, like, not necessarily on the back foot, but they just came back from a victory, and they're probably not looking for a fight. So, the thing is they've said a long time ago that after Phase 4, or after, was it Phase 3, whatever phase, going into Phase 4, I guess, going into Phase 4, they're not going to be calling them Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. They're not going to be calling them phases anymore. They just said that going forward, they're going to be going more cosmic. Okay, so obviously, as far as we know, they're going to be doing the Eternals coming out. Doctor Strange himself, somewhat cosmic. Just got, with all the realms is the magic and all that stuff. And Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor, would Thor be technically cosmic now that they're on Earth? I don't know. But anyway, the point being is this next phase of movies, they were going to go into the cosmic phase. And the thing is once they're introducing characters there, that's going to culminate, I think, a little bit. And I think in the meantime, we will see some of the other characters returning along the way for sequels and things like that. And eventually, it's going to culminate in a bigger event once again. And obviously, we got the X-Men that are probably going to be coming into the MCU within the next handful of years. And as all that builds up, maybe the next ones are going to be, the next build-ups are going to be like the X-Men films. Where the X-Men are going to be the culmination of several character films leading up to that. And I did a video on that not too long ago, called, it was probably about, will X-Men appear in Avengers Endgame? Because at the time, a lot of people were saying that the X-Men were going to make an appearance in Avengers Endgame just like as a tease or something. And I was like, no, I actually don't. And I laid out my plans for how I think they would do it, which history being the indicator that they would actually just do several character movies before they actually do a full-fledged X-Men movie. Like, do a movie introducing, say, Storm and Cyclops. Just throwing two characters out there, Storm and Cyclops, and somehow or another, these through the course of the events in this movie, Storm and Cyclops come to meet and maybe join forces or whatnot, or just cross paths in some way with a similar villain or whatnot. And so these two characters are tied together. And then maybe there's a tease for, in the movie or something with Eric Lencher or Charles Xavier. And then the next movie comes out with another couple of characters, or maybe those couple of characters, or maybe it's a movie that is more about Xavier and Lyncher and maybe their relationship or whatnot. I mean, just kind of building. And the reason I feel that way with the X-Men is because truly the X-Men are one of those things where, even the Guardians of the Galaxy are different. The Guardians of the Galaxy are 4 characters together. And in the movies so far, they still haven't done enough in those movies to get us to care about all those characters. For me, they haven't. But X-Men, when it comes to the hero or to the X-Men, and it comes to the Brotherhood of Mutants, all of those characters, good or bad, and they're not always bad neither, all of those characters have very compelling reasons for why they are on each other's side, on whichever side they're on. And people have went from one side to the other in the comics, okay? So I think that doing maybe 3 or 4 character movies before they lead up to an X-Men movie is what they would probably do. Like I said, do one with introducing maybe just one character, maybe doing a second movie introducing one character, and maybe or however, something like that. And then maybe like the third one, and I'm telling you, you can't do Logan first. They went to Logan centric in the first time through, and it wasn't a bad thing. I mean, it helped grow the universe to what it is, but that's part of the reasons everything got into the way that it was there. So, and maybe have Logan come in like at the end of teased at the end of like the second one, and then the third one is a full like Weapon X movie or something, and then the third film is the full culmination of those 3 films being the X-Men film. Now, will the first X-Men film be that next one that's going to be like Avengers Endgame? No. Not at all. It's going to take more time beyond that. It's going to take, by the time they integrate the X-Men into the universe, by the time they get in the cosmic characters into the universe, and the characters that we already have that they're going to be building upon in the future. So, will we get another film of that level? In the end, yes. And it is going to take a while. And will it take that 10 years? Again, I gotta say yes. It probably will be another 10 years at least before we get one of those out of Marvel. And it may take longer. Maybe they come up with a narrative thread, or they have so many plans that maybe it's going to actually take longer, no matter how much shows they put on the Disney streaming service or anything like that. I mean, it could be a while. It might be more than 10 years. But let's all hope that it's not. Because obviously they've shown that they can pull in the viewers, they can pull in the money, so they can get the resources to keep making these movies. And as long as there is the demand, and as long as they keep putting out the same quality of content that we have gotten so far, I think it's going to happen. Like I said, I don't know that they're going to blow these box office records away again, but I do think we will have another film of that level in the near enough future. Not near enough for me, but in the near future. I think we'll get them. Nerdy Blurb, get back at me on Twitter. All right. Yes, and later, Nerdy Blurb, Jay, to answer that, I got 2 words. Star Wars. Oh no, which one? Oh, are you talking about a film on that level again? I don't know. I don't know if Star Wars will be. It could be. It's hard to say. Star Wars was all downhill ever since Return of the Jedi. I don't know about that. I mean, the prequels are obviously no original trilogy, and the new trilogy is obviously not even the prequels or the old school. I don't know. It's been different, and there are some choices that could have been made and done better and differently. I'll give you that. But also, like I said, Star Wars is one of those things where I think the fans are a little more picky and a little more rabid than Marvel fans. I gotta go, bros. Later, Nerdy Blurb. Have a good one, man. Fatal J, I have to get out of here myself. Be down to live stream with you in the future. Maybe one of these days, hopefully we can get that done. Maybe we can get a good time set aside and maybe toss some ideas back and forth about exactly what we want to talk about and do. Make it go a little bit smoother or something. Yeah, I'm totally open to that. Remain awesome. I love your content. Would be down to do a live stream with you. Yes, and thank you. And hopefully we can get together and do something like that soon. LB says, Nerdy Blurb TV, thanks for the love. Take care. And, you know, I hate to speak for Nerdy Blurb TV, LB, but hey, man, we're not just showing you the love, man. Just like I said, I don't think any of us are just here to kiss your butt. You got a good channel. None of us here really have reasons to lie to anybody. You know what I mean? Like I said, I wouldn't be talking about somebody else's channel on my channel if I didn't like their content and didn't like what they were doing. And that even goes with like I said, the ones that I said I unsubscribed from. I wouldn't even mention them on here if I thought their channels were garbage and I didn't like them. I wouldn't even mention them. And unfortunately, we did have to mention things like we got this covered in Looper and stuff like that. Because sometimes there is another thing called, I don't know what the words are, you know, let the buyer beware. Sometimes that has to go on too, man. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for this video today, folks. Thank you all for tuning in to the Trailer Park Live today. Like I said, if you want to get entered into the giveaway for this new Agents of Atlas poster, you got to be subscribed and make sure you click that little bell so you get the notifications, because I am going to be doing, to get entered into the giveaway, you have to watch my comic book review for the Black Widow that is going to be dropping by the end of this weekend, and leave a comment in that video. And I will probably do the giveaway for this at the end of the month to give time for people to get into that video, watch it, and get entered into the giveaway for this poster. Also, I will be doing a giveaway as soon as we hit 200 subscribers on this channel for a copy of Warner Brothers Aquaman. And to get entered into that, you got to be subscribed, click the little bell so you get notifications, and leave a comment in this video or any of the videos from when we hit 100 subscribers all the way till we hit 200 subscribers. And I will be doing a giveaway for that. And also, like I said, I will be doing a giveaway for the War of the Realms trade paperback in August when that comes out. And to get entered into that, you got to leave a comment in any of my comic book reviews all the way up until that comes out in August. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Second Street Marvel today. Like I said, if you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell so you get notifications anytime we have uploaded new content. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It does help the channel grow. And if you like this video, share with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good night. Have a great weekend. Keep an eye out for that Black Widow comic book review coming up, and we will see you all next week. Have a good one. Bye.